Good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Times from Doctor News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on some deeply weird level that not only Cthulhu could reach. But once again, we got certain people running around on the net, acting like they're Nostradamus. Oh, Capaldi's leaving. I'm going to be so clever. And the thing is this: it's like throwing a coin in the air. And because he's either leaving or he's not. And sure enough, I guarantee you, if he does leave, they're all going to be walking around like they're freaking Nostradamus with their hands in the air going, oh, look at this. I had inside sources. Yeah, Eddie. And you all know who I'm talking about. Because I was sitting here for the last couple of weeks. Remember when I talked about Emergency Awesome, saying that Capaldi was definitely leaving and that somebody, Eddie at Scarro, defended him? And something in the last couple of weeks had sat there ringing in my brain. And finally, it hit me today what it was. Hey, Eddie, remember when you said Rocky Thakrar was going to be the new companion for Series 10? And that your inside sources had given you the scoop? Sorry, pal. Don't come at me with bullshit unless you're ready to have your own crap thrown back at you. If you want to play in the monkey cage, the shit's going to fly. Same thing. Yeah, I love that. He's defending Emergency Awesome, who somebody reminded me, thank goodness, said that Davros had appeared somewhere in the Series 8 trailer and that Davros was going to be in Series 8. 8. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there watching the Series 8 trailer back then going, who the hell do you think is Davros? I'm like, what? So I'm loving all these guys who are beating their chests going, oh, he's leaving. Oh, I'm so clever. There's a strong possibility he may leave. There's word going around, if you glean around a little bit, that there may be a pay thing going on. Plus, let me show you something a little bit fishy. Now, this came my way through some of the guys who are on the regular panelists on the Omega Files. When they put out, guess what? They put out a survey on Dr. Mysterio. And look at this and judge for yourself what's going on. Now, I had to clip this off because I had screen captured it and I forgot to turn the side things off. And it was while we were in a Zoom call. So all you're missing is the last two E's right here, strongly agree. How did you feel Peter Capaldi performed in his outing as the Doctor? Please rate him with a mark of 10, where 10 is the highest score. Still thinking about Peter Capaldi, the 12th Doctor, please tell us to what extent you agree with the following statements. Peter is a good choice for the Doctor. Peter is a better Doctor than the previous. The Doctor is easy to connect to. It's enjoyable when the Doctor refers to his past. And the Doctor's sense of wonder is fantastic. Doesn't it sound a little targeted to me? Or to you? Like they're finding a new and improved way, if there is a pay wrangle going on. Because let me get this straight. If I remember right, when Eccleston got the Doctor Who job, I think by the time he was walking out, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have swore he was getting like somewhere in the neighborhood of $500K a year. And that's because he was a really high profile actor. Everyone else hasn't made, I think, maybe up to 300. And I think there's a rumor going around that Capaldi wanted to be paid more. And like I said, I remember seeing it in an article, but remember, it's a tabloid rag, so I ain't going to give it too much serious thought. But what if that's a possibility? And now they're going to find a legitimate way to say, well, the people in the poll say they want you out. Because this just seems to me like this whole section of this whole area right here of this freaking Waycott. Look at this. This whole damn thing is targeted at getting rid of Peter Capaldi. At least that's my opinion. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know. But okay, let's get to the rest of the news, shall we? Because we got a little bit of it, not much. All right off the bat. Sorry, I just blew out your eardrums. All right, there we go. This just popped up today over on the Doctor Instagram. Look at this nice lovely shot here. This is the slate. I love the artwork they're doing on these things. Director Daniel Nettheim, Kara Cashiro, BSC. What do you call it? And if they're saying, I believe this is episode 6. So if this is true, this is Day 17, Slate 400, then Waycott. Now, somebody was claiming this is today's. If it is, then they're still on block 5, which is weird. Okay, yeah, it is. Sorry, 3rd of January 2016. Duh, I forgot to read that bit, didn't I? So this is today's slate, or 2 days ago, sorry. Then they're still on block 5 if this is episode 6. Peculiar. Maybe they just didn't get through all the way through it, before Christmas. Things happen. So nice little picture and all that. It's over here on Instagram. I will have the link for it for you in the description box as usual. So that's very peculiar that they're still on episode 6 as of the 3rd. But I love the cute artwork. I love the picture. That's nice. All right. Here we go into the Dr. Mysterio official rating. So see, I'm going to blow out the eardrums tonight. Yeah, I really am. Because I'm frustrated as hell as these mealy-mouthed morons who are out there running around going, oh, Peter's leaving, Peter's leaving, Peter's leaving. Yeah, bastards. All right, Dr. Mysterio's official rating. It came in with a total of 7.83 million viewers, which if you put it up on the chart, still Doctor Who came in at 9 on the day. And considering it beat out EastEnders, which is normally one of the big fat contenders, and also beat out 2 things at Coronation Street. It also beat out Emmerdale. Wowzers. That's not bad at all. Yet everybody's going, it's a flop. Look at those numbers. They're so low. Yes, but look at the numbers on like Call the Midwife. You notice anything wrong here, folks? Even Strictly Come Butt Licking didn't get 9 million viewers. And that's one of the big heavy hitters. That's a reality show. And the thing is, though, hang on, let's bring it up on this chart down here. Oh, look at it. It's the 2nd worst Christmas special ever. But you'll notice the downward trend, except for this one here, because that was Time of the Doctor, I believe. And that's when, when Peter came in and, of course, Matt Smith left. So the regeneration episodes always score a bit higher. But notice the way those numbers are winding down from here. Look, here's Voyage of the Dawn, which I still can't believe was one of the highest rated ones ever. Or matter of fact, I think it is the highest rated one ever. So notice how it's going down. It's not a matter, I don't think, of the shows losing popularity. Other than again, people do grow out of it and they do move on. I think what it is also is the fact that less people are watching television on a television anymore. More people are watching shit online. And I think that's why there's a downward trend. Because like I said, Strictly Come Butt Licking used to get, way more than this. And you see, no one even came close to that 13.31 million this year. You notice that? Because people are watching stuff online or through players or stuff along that line because it's more convenient than sitting up anymore, than waiting for the time to come around. If later, say you're like in the middle of Christmas dinner, or you're sitting there with a family, then later that night you go home, you pop on your BBC iPlayer, and there you go. So, like I said, don't panic because you also have to take into effect, okay, I love this. Doctor Who superhero special is a smash in the U.S., but might bomb in Britain. And I'm like, come on, people. We've seen a lot worse. So if you want to read this one, go ahead because this is the one I'm going by right here. Doctor Who Christmas Special breaks BBC America's ratings record. Now, you see also another thing that doesn't get mentioned. Right now, as of this year, Doctor Who is getting watched by I think 70 million people worldwide. Now, if the BBC were, let's put it in your brain, we're dumb enough to dump Doctor Who, guess what would happen? I guarantee you 15 minutes later, the phone would ring. It would be the guys over at Amazon Prime going, we want that shit. Because that's what happened with Ripper Street. Ripper Street, the BBC threw it away, mainly because they didn't want to pay for it. And look what happened. Now, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you get to see the full 1 hour, 10, or God knows how many minute per episode, because episodes there are as long as they want them to be. But if you want to watch it on the BBC, it's going to be several months later, and it's going to be cut down to 55 minutes. And that's exactly what would happen with Doctor Who, and they know it. So that's why I'm not all that worried about the show being canceled, because it would be snatched up lickety-split. So keep an eye on this. Yes, 1.7 million. It doesn't sound like a lot to you, but sorry. That's the bat signal. No. Nearly 900,000 adults aged 18 to 49, 25 to 54 in the Nielsen Live +3 ratings. This was BBC America's top telecast of the year across all key demos and was the #1 most social program on Christmas night across Facebook and Twitter. So, yes, the ratings numbers appear low. That don't mean jack shit because this baby's still got a lot of staying power. All right, this goes on to Whogate. Somebody has put this up on the missingepisodes.com and a couple other places that apparently the same fella who came out and said something, matter of fact, he's called Evil Johnny, about, he claims that he came out before and predicted accurately about Web of Fear and Enemy of the World. And now he's claiming that 2 Hartnell serials have been recovered. Now, it's undefined right now. Some are saying episodes. That would mean it would be 2 25-minute episodes of, parts of a serial. The problem is they're not saying if they're 2 from the same serial or 2 from 2 different serials. But either way, if it's true, it's exciting news. Also, he's claiming in this part, he says is rumor, that there are more animated episodes like they did with Power of the Daleks waiting in the wings. And I think Power of the Daleks was a trial run. And considering, from what I'm hearing about people going out and snatching that baby up, all right. New Titan Comics. Now, from what I've heard, this first one, 11th Doctor, Year 3, number 1, has been delayed till next Wednesday. If anyone has heard contrary to that, please let me know. Because William from New York is claiming this one's not coming out today or yesterday as scheduled. So that one may not be out. So if you're wondering where it is, if it has not come out, it won't be out till next Wednesday. As will these 2 here, 12 Doctor 2.13, and of course 10th Doctor Year 3. And if you want to look at all these, you can. There's look at cool covers. And if you want to look at them, boom, you click on them, they'll come up. If you want, take a little look around and maybe even check out the first couple pages if you want of that particular one. Moving on, Colourised version of Power of the Daleks was now available at the BBC Three store. They have now made available the Colourised version to buy. All 6 episodes are together for £9.99 or £12.99 in HD. So here's a little sample if you want to watch it. The color animation is not all that bad from what I've seen. It's actually pretty good. I preferred to watch it in black and white because it takes me back to that era. But it's up to you. If you want to watch the color one, it's out there for you. Sarah Jane Adventures, 10 years on. And it's kind of sad. It's been, so many years also since we lost Sarah Jane because, they only made it into Series 5 when Liz Sladen passed away. But it's kind of hard to believe that it was New Year's Day 2007 that first aired. And it's kind of sad now because even Russell T Davies kind of admits that he was, wished he had not ended the show. He said when he did it, he felt he needed to do it in reverence to, Elizabeth Sladen, but also the fact that he was in shock. And even now, I guess he's even contacted several people, I think, including Brian Minchin, and said maybe we shouldn't have canceled it. And the thing is, a lot of people go, where can you go from there? You can't really replace Liz Sladen. You can't. That's very true. It would be very difficult, but there's other companions out there you could have easily filled the slot with. I know it wouldn't have been Sarah Jane Adventures, but you could have at least still had some fun with an actual spinoff that actually ties to the main show in some way, other than being at a location and not sucking. Unlike the other kind of spinoff, and I'm not talking about Torchwood. That really sucks. All right. Lastly for today, David Tennant's Mad to Be Normal will close the Glasgow Film Festival. That's right. Beginning of the year, Time Lord Dave Tennant began filming a new feature film, Mad to Be Normal, where he takes on the role of the infamous psychiatrist R.D. Lang. Wow, that sounds like a guy from Soccer to me, or what do they call Laughing One? Okay, so R.D., not Artie. Okay. The premiere will close the festival, but it's taking place on Sunday, February 26th. David Tennant will be there to walk the red carpet. All right. So once again, it seems like to me, like I said, you got a bunch of guys out there. One of these guys who had the nerve to step up and defend Emergency Awesome. Yeah, this is the same guy who said Rocky Thakrar was going to be the new companion for Series 10. I'm not seeing her on the screen anywhere, dude. Also, he's defending Emergency Awesome, who was out there saying that Davros was going to be in Series 8 and that he had seen him in the Series 8 trailer. See, that's what I love. You got all these guys who suddenly get so big and so bad and so above everybody else, and they actually do have this, like I asked him, okay, tell me what your source was on this. How dare you, blah, blah. I said, look, you don't have to tell the public. You just tell me. And given my reputation, which you had even bothered to check, I do not give away things like that. It would have never made it to the public eye. If you just assured me where you got this and it's a trustworthy source, I said, fine, I'll back you. But no, he went into the better than mode. I used to be like you. Guess what? You still are like me. You're still a freaking Homo sapien, you jackass. Unless you suddenly grew a third arm out your ass or something like that and became an alien. Ugh. See what I mean? It's just a weird jack-offs out there you got to deal with. No. Oh, well, I'm getting out of here before I really go on a rant. So everybody take care. Talk time. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, my God. I blocked up Michelle's head with my fur hat. Oh. All right, good night.